Good day, everyone. My name is Oelami Elizabeth, and here with me this beautiful days.
Adeleke just look me at it too.
All right. University life. University life has a lot of shege in it. It has a lot of challenges. Has a lot of a lot. When I say a lot in it. So we are here this morning to provide answers and guidance and support on how to navigate life while in school, what to do, so that when you're outside, you'll not be stranded, you know what to do, how to go about life. So this morning we have our orator, our scholar, our elder, a mentor, Professor Olusegun Adeleke, who is going to provide answers, support to all the questions that is being asked here today. So thank you. So the first question on this platform today is, sir, what is the most important thing to do while in school?
Yeah. Good morning, viewers. Good afternoon, our viewers. Good evening, our viewers. Whatever the time zone that has caught up with you anywhere you are. So the question this morning, the very first question we are dealing with, the most important thing you need before leaving school, before graduation. I've always said this, the only thing, the most important, the most present thing, the most valuable thing any youth today needs before getting out of school is appropriate skill. Learning alone, the formal learning in the classroom cannot actually help us in achieving what we achieve today in Nigeria's school system. Our educational system is actually designed to get us employed. Skill will get you to employ people. Skill will get you to be self-actualized. You gain self-fulfillment through skill. So what I would be the shortest way I can answer that question, get as much skills as possible before leaving school. Let me pause that for that first question.
Okay, sir. Then the next question says, it's a very funny question. It says, sir, I've not been doing exams since 200 level and now I'm in 500 level. Is there a possible way for me to graduate without having extra year, and how to upgrade my results?
Well, it's a very weird and at the same time funny question.
Yeah.
But before I give my view, don't let me say answer to this question. The people with me here are passed through what you have passed through. The person who has asked this question. They are passed through, they were first in 200 level before they became graduate. They are graduates now. I want them to share their views briefly on that particular person of yours. You have not been doing exams since 200 level, yet you don't want to graduate an extra year, yet you don't want to fail. Let me ask first from another one.
Okay. Okay. I don't even know how to answer the question because you've not been writing exam. You want to graduate. It's a bit weird, like kind of. You can actually go back to 100 level and start all over. Or, well, I don't know. Like, how do you intend to graduate with your mate and you've not been writing exam? Because it's like, it's not something that is real. Like, I think the person is being like, I can't say the person is real. And you want to upgrade results, and it's like, it's not possible actually. It's not possible. Is it that you go back and start all over, or maybe you go and meet the school and just continue from that 100 level? But you saying you want to graduate with your same set is something that is delusional. Like, it is not possible. It is not even realistic. Let's just put it that way. It is not realistic.
Well, not being realistic. the truth has been said, actually, you are being foolishly optimistic.
Yeah.
Really, because that means the last 2-3 years, you have not sat for an exam. Now, what exactly is the result you want to upgrade? There is no result to upgrade. You are thinking of upgrading result. It's actually not possible. Really. Well, another thing is your question is not too detailed. You don't know why you have not been having exam. Is it sickness? Is it financial problems? Did you travel? What exactly is your reason for the absence in school for the last 3 years? If you can actually print that out, maybe in a way, one option is go back, retake the UTME. Because definitely you cannot say, let me just go back on your own. Because this is not secondary school.
Yeah.
Let me just go back to class 2 or something to start. Things must be properly documented. You have to make, perhaps if you can define what kept you out of school, maybe sickness or something, you can approach your department. Perhaps they can advise to write a retroactive leave of absence.
Okay.
That, okay, I'm suspending my academic studies for so number of years for this reason. If it can be approved, then you are going to pick up again where you left off. Maybe in 300 level or something. But talking about, you do know, at the current state, you should not be talking about extra year. You're talking about extra years. Except the issue actually can be addressed at your department. If the reason for your absence is logical enough or justifiable enough, I think that should answer your question. Or if you are not satisfied, you can still meet me or meet any of these my graduates. They are going to see you. They are going to assist you in guiding your path.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for the answer. So the next question is, how do I put it now? It's a question that a lot of recent graduates will ask. A lot of us has been developing inner pressure recently on how to navigate life after school. What is next to do? What do we do? Like, the pressure has been much. How do we cope? How do we get a job? How do we like, we are saying the future is bright, but it's looking like, what can we do? What can we do? The pressure is much.
It's a very germane question. It's a popular question, both said and unsaid. A lot of youths, a lot of would-be graduates, a lot of prospective graduates, a lot of current graduates, even a lot of old graduates, they have this inner pressure. Inner pressure because of the fact that they don't know where next to go, what next to do. Inner pressures come by as a result of having not been properly skilled. Because there are many first-class holders who are still roaming the streets today. Yeah. So it's not a function of, I passed out well, I was the best in my class, the best graduate student in my set. Life is beyond that. Current Nigerian system is beyond, I graduated in first class, I graduated well, I had awards for more categories. Life is more than that. The what distinguishes you is what can I offer. That's why after getting out of school, you apply to maybe a bank or telecom industry, any multinational organization. The first thing they do is to give you aptitude tests. They don't reckon the fact that you are graduated so great. Whether you are first class, second class topper, they will gather all of you together to give you aptitude tests to know what you can offer. If you cannot offer to help with your results, to help with what you say you graduated with, what they want is what can you bring to the table. Not Peter Smith anyways. But what can you offer the company? So it's a function of what did I put in myself aside what they taught me in class. So what they taught you in class should just be a leverage, like a pivot to propel you to what you want to actually be. Not, oh, I did this particular course, I graduated that, I passed that. No, beyond that. Acquire much more skill. Another thing that will help you is humility. Do not be proud to learn a trade. Do not be proud to learn a skill. I'm a graduate. No. I'm a graduate of electrical engineering. I'm a graduate of medical science. I'm a graduate of civil engineering. No, it's more than that. There are many third class graduates that are making it outside because they learned something else. What distinguishes an ordinary man from an extraordinary man is a little extra. You graduate with your colleague, your friend. The little extra you're going to add to your own skill will make you extraordinary. If you want to make a difference in your chosen line, then you must dare to be different. Different is not that what exactly am I going to learn in addition to what I have learned is very, very important. So to diffuse whatever inner pressures, assure yourself of this one thing that you know how to do. And that will make you attain whatever height you wish to attain. No reliance on certificates. Reliance on certificates, degrees will take us nowhere. Sincerely, will take us nowhere. For example, I have a friend, like a younger sister now, who I can say is a daughter, who just finished service. She already has a business. In fact, she has a registered name already for bag making. She has a brand. The mother is trying to push her to do a master's degree. She is thinking she needs money. She can get that money from master to pour into this bad business. I'm asking her, what if you agree with your mom? What exactly do you need master's degree for? And master's degree she would do, she has to have in mind of going to academics. That's out of it. Then in that case, at this point in time, for what you need is to acquire more skill in your bag making. Maybe over time, you can then use your money to do any kind of degree you want. Somebody has suffered. She suffered as a copper too. She suffered as a copper too. 3,000 per month. How will she not suffer again with a master's degree where she did her first degree and they go through the same stress again? No, you have a business line. Acquire more skill in it. What will distinguish you? The real people today shaking the world in their different areas, they're not degree holders as far as we know it today. How many degrees does Mark Zuckerberg have? How many degrees does Elon Musk have? How many degrees does Bill Gates have? The Google brothers, those that did Google, how many they dropped out? I'm not encouraging no finishing school.
Okay.
But if you are schooled and you have been schooled hard to your school, it will help you into any kind of pressure. You will diffuse naturally.
So, sir, what you're saying now is that rushing to masters is not compulsory.
It's not compulsory. In Nigeria of today, rushing to do masters is not compulsory. Except you are so much convinced I want to be a lecturer. You are so much convinced I want to be in a research line. That is the starting point. But if it's not in your thinking, I just do masters, just want to my CV, just to become employable. Master's degree will not aid your employability.
Okay.
What will aid your employability is skill and what you can actually do.
Thank you so much, sir.
The next question says, how do I plan life after school in terms of career planning and personal development?
Alright, it's similar to that one, but in this case, career planning is very important. First thing you have to determine before you get out of school as well is, am I going to look for a job or am I going to build a career? There are two different things. A job will put food on your table. A career will give you life ambition. A career will make you fulfilled. That's why every job seeker, every person employed in a job, you always think and look for salary increase. Because what the profit you get from job, the reward from job is salary. And truth be told, I am also a salary earner. The fact of the matter is, no salary earner can actually be truly wealthy. So your salary will give you livelihood, will give you survival. We put food on your table. If it's not Nigerian salaries of today, actually, I'm talking about reasonable, normal country salaries. Because no Nigerian salary can even put food on your table today. That's why it's more important now that we look beyond jobs. We try to look towards the area of career plan, career development, career building. Now, having established the fact that, okay, I'm going to pick a career path, then what area am I picking? If I'm graduating as a civil engineer, must I pick a career in civil line? If I'm graduating as a medical person, should I pick a career along that line? If I'm graduating as a philosophy graduate, should I pick a career in that line? And then sit down and think inward me. What exactly makes me tick? Beyond my learning, beyond my degree, what other things flow out of me? What other things do I do without stress? That should be a pointer to the career I should pick. Career goes beyond. Career is something you do without asking for pay. You are willing to. It's tied to your gift. It's tied to that area of your strength. So that's why you think, okay, what particular thing do I think? Like one of my girls here, one of them is already a business. There's a business lady, and they are like that one does without much effort. You know, I'm just imagining what I will say in the next 5-10 years. You know, like that. So you have to think. You have to now look at yourself. What is the gift you have? What area of strength you got to link you, and then you now build on that. You zero in that particular one. Not bring a jack of all trade. Actually, pick one area that you feel, okay, this is an area. Like the example I was given earlier before. She knows she do bag making. What she now needs to, what other things can she use her bag making machine to do, to improve, to expand, to diversify in her business? Even let me just also digress a little. Even if you are going for a job, which we may not actually do without, if you have a career to build, you may need finances. As a fresh graduate, you may not get that. No bank will give a fresh graduate loan. It's what I'm going to give as collateral in your head. So no bank will give any fresh graduate loan because you are not a doctor, you are not Dangote. So how do I get fund? By looking for a job. But you have to understand the job is for a while. The job is for a purpose because I have a career. As we are going, the what I get here is to aid my business. So it's not out of place to look for a job, but staying alone on a job. Fine, some are satisfied with having a job. They go through it and they retire on the job. Fine, no problem. It's not an error. But if you want more in life, you want more to life, you can't stay only on that particular paid job. No salary earner today in Nigeria is earning what he deserves. That's the truth. Nigerian workers are among the least paid in Africa. So, career path is very important. Beyond jobs, I think career is it.
All right, thank you so much for the answer to that question. The next question is like the person is studying microbiology and is saying, okay, I would love to practice microbiology, but they have very limited internship centers for that particular course. What can he or she do?
Well, microbiology, this is specific. You are studying microbiology, it's nice. That's what you are studying, and you want to actually practice. It's good. Then your vision towards actually want to work with that. But at the same time, you can also build a career around this. There can be a marriage between your learning and your career. You can graduate as an electrical engineer. Excuse me. Yes, you can still build a career along that. So, okay, as a microbiologist, you can build a career around it. But before then, he said there could be fewer internship areas, but there are. Another thing is that if you cannot get a microbiology circle, there are labs, both private laboratories, medical laboratories, and even the one affiliated with hospitals. You can have any learning in those areas. They are still the same line. Make hematology, microbiology. There may not be real jobs for them because some medical doctors in today, we just train some nurses to do those things for them. They have nurses that work with, they train them, the blood sample, test that, check for germs or something. So what will a microbiologist now, what does he have to do again? That's why a microbiologist, somebody studying biology should not solely remain on that course. You must expand your horizon. If in the medical line, there are other areas of medical line you can actually plug yourself into. Don't just stay, I'm a microbiologist, I want to stay a microbiologist, I want to work with it. Expand your knowledge in that area. It will help you a lot. Don't stay put on just one thing. It's a single one program, but you need to do the career around it, expand your horizon.
Alright, sir. Thank you so much, sir. The next question is quite similar to the one that I asked earlier on. It says, how do I develop myself personally? And life after school is sharing me somehow.
Well, this is both, let me say, it's both within the classroom and beyond the classroom. Developing yourself is huge, because the very first route, the very first point in developing yourself is what I call self-discovery. You must first discover, who am I? Before I think of saying, let me develop in what line? Develop who? You know, first, okay, who am I? Discover what yourself, discover your strengths, discover your weaknesses, discover what makes you tick, what makes you happy, what makes you sad. You see yourself. Where do I see yourself? Just give yourself. Think. Judge yourself. Who am I? Once you're able to define who you are, can you think then, what do I want in life? This is me. I've discovered it. Then what do I want in life? Because if you can also define that, there's nothing to develop. What do I want from life? What do I want in life as I'm moving on? But let's say a particular course I'm studying. The course I'm studying does not actually answer that question. What do I want in life? Because there are many undergraduates today who are doing a course not of their choice. They are doing a course because their parents want them, or because their community wants it, or in their father's company they say, you go and study business admin, you are taking over from your daddy. They are doing promissory courses based on agreement, based on contract, based on promises to their father. Or the father died, because you love your father, want you to take over this company, go and do this course. I met a student way back, I think in Ondo State, in Elizabeth then, that the father wanted her to do a particular course, the mother rather, wanted her to study electrical engineering. Because the mother will be retiring from Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company, IBDC. So the mother will be retiring. So she wants her daughter to study electrical engineering. And the daughter knew nothing in engineering or science. I think if for science, what daughter wanted to do herself. Now the lady started failing. Of course, zeros now. You know, zeros. No, digital zeros and ones.
Yes.
This one was like just zeros. Only zeros. Only zeros. Until the zero were too much, she had to go back.
Imagine.
So study for science.
Wives, lives wasted, time wasted, resources wasted. Understand? So things like that happen. So beyond that, you have to know what exactly do I want as a person. At that point in time, whatever your parents say you do, see them as advice. At the age we are today, no parents will actually force a child because of their own interests. I want to have the first doctor in my family, so must do medicine. Who is the doctor? Is it you or the child or the child? I want to have the first engineer in this family. Is it? Oh, some men are so proud. That's my daughter. If daughter is doing fine, that's my daughter. If it's not doing fine, it belongs to your mother.
That's the engineer.
The engineer.
Mommy knows.
You know, things like that. It's baffling. But you have to understand where you want to go. You now begin to plan. What do I need to get there? What do I need to get there? Which program do I need? What certificate do I need to study? There are many programs today that will make you different, that will distinguish you even without a single degree. I'm not denigrating degrees, because I had 3 degrees at least. I'm not the degrees, but there are courses, there are certifications you can do today that will take you ahead of your game. So we have to know what exactly do I need to get that. That's how to plan yourself, a career plan. Because once you are able to do that, even before school, you are past the second question. Life answer will not fear you. You have that once we establish that career plan before leaving school, you've already settled the future beyond the classroom.
All right, thank you so much for that answer. This next question is like, if this person said, okay, doing his or her internship, like he or she realized that the school syllabus and the one they use in that of their internship was different. Like, how do the person like cope with the ever evolving syllabus that is changing?
Well, I think it's not the syllabus that is actually changing. It's the reality outside that's actually changing.
Yeah.
The demand is changing. What we used to know, for example, in my own 200 level, electronic class, we learn about valves, diode, pentode, tetrode. They were prerequisites to television valves. But today, I don't think any of the current graduates or 400 level 90 per pentode.
So we do something like that.
That will tell them by maybe just tell them as history.
Yeah.
History of
we
electronics.
didn't go to.
I don't tell them we'll have seen it. Even today, in the next few years, this type of TV, the cathode ray tube TV, will have gone finally. Many of our children don't even know what that there used to be a kind of TV we place on the TV. They don't know that has a very huge back. They believe they were born seeing the flat screen, and that's what they believe there is. Few years time, those ones will also be gone.
Technology.
So the technology is evolving. So career choice is also evolving. I agree with the person. There are some schools today that are still hooked on their old curriculum. Schools are changing things, but it's not the same everywhere. From private universities are quick at that because many of them are new. But public universities are not too quick, not too fast, but they are doing it. And in my own school, there have been a lot of changes in the area of the curriculum just to make sure the curriculum, the programs, the courses being run today agree with the current realities in the world. Not also missing the words that the issue in Nigerian education system, every student needs to take responsibility for themselves actually. Because when you judge a fish a failure because it cannot climb a tree, you are doing a disservice to that fish. You judge a monkey, that monkey you are a failure just because you cannot swim like the fish. That's how our education system in Nigeria is. The guy who cannot actually read and write down, but give him something to do. Bring a car, let him dismantle a car and fix it back. You see. But give him question in class to write, the F will get be so long. You now assume such a person is a failure because he didn't pass the written exam. You submit every book in the same thing, not actually looking at the strength of each candidate. What can this one do? What can this one do? That's why some people leave school with failure. They leave school with third class. And next 2-3 years, they are gone ahead of the first class graduates. What was the difference? The skill in him, which the school did not see, but they subject all of them to the same classroom exam. You judge a fish by its inability to climb the tree. The fish can never climb the tree. It will continue to fail under such exam condition. until we discover the strength of the fish and take it back to the water. And that's why it's also foolish to compare ourselves. Imagine an elephant comparing, or a dog rather, comparing himself with an elephant in the name of or envy. I was just a story. A dog, when the dog brings out puppies, 5, 6, 7, 12, but the elephant brings out 1. The dog was now making jest of the elephant. As big as you are, see me. In months, I have puppies, dozens of puppies. You, nothing. The elephant replied, when you give birth to puppies. When I give birth to elephant. No need for comparison. When I give birth to one elephant, everybody knows an elephant is born. When you give birth to your puppies, who knows? Because when the elephant drops, he walks. When the elephant drops, the earth shakes. So there's no point comparing. That's the destiny of the dog. And that's the destiny of the elephant. Because the person in your class is, when he reads, he pulls down, that's his own area. Perhaps he's an A student, he paralyzed. You don't compare yourself. Look at your own strength. If your own feel, I can do things with my hand, why don't you concentrate on that? Why you are not feeling in the other? But never you compare. Oh, same class Lawa. The same way women when they get married too. I married for 5 years. This one just married. He has achieved it. And so there's a time for this. There's also comparison is actually not allowed. So I think I would answer that question even I go further than the rest.
Alright, thank you so much, sir. The next question is quite lengthy. It says, due to advancements in technology, new career opportunities which are somewhat unconventional have emerged. How does this advancement affect the more conventional career opportunities which are the core of the educational system, especially in this part of the world?
Well, that's a very good one. Sincerely, that's reality. And if to surprise you, the unconventional is the one. It was not conventional knowledge that made the Wright brothers design the airplane. Conventional knowledge believed it was not possible for metals to fly. Conventional knowledge believed it was not possible to metal to float on water. But Archimedes unconventionally disproved it. Galileo Galilei, it was not conventional that made him develop that theory of gravitational attraction. That what goes up comes down. It was not in class I learned it. Eureka! Eureka got that flotation principle when he was taking his bath. That was why he ran out of the bathroom and shouted, Eureka! 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 Meaning, I have found it! I have found it! I have found it! So conventional will rule over the conventional. That's why I advocated for skill acquisition, which is unconventional move. There are unconventional courses coming up now. Courses that have been designed to tailor the current needs, current realities. We have things like medical electronics, for example. It's purely unconventional. Agricultural electronics, mechatronics. A lot of things are coming up. Financial engineering. Have you heard of people?
I know.
These are courses that program. Financial engineering. No wonder financial engineering. Existing today. These are conventional things. They have been tailored towards the reality on the ground to meet the current needs unconventionally. These are fine. At least unconventional programs in an unconventional program in an official environment. You get the degree in, let's say, in financial engineering, for example. But there are the unconventional ones too. I just go online, you see a course that you want to do. You have unconventional arrangement now, you go for the program, you register for you do it, you get a certificate. Today there's Udemy, there's Coursera,
Yeah.
there is W3 schools. Those are unconventional arrangements to learn whatever skill you want to learn. You don't need to register, okay, I want to just go. If it is CSS you want to learn, if it is Java in computer, if it is C#, if it is C++, if it is HTML that you want to learn, just take a particular course. There are many things today. I can go and learn nutrition unconventionally. Can you go and learn nutrition?
So,
a lot of things you can learn today unconventional. It doesn't remove the lead over conventional ones. But the truth is, unconventional will still rule over the conventional.
So I want to say, does it render university degrees?
It doesn't render university degree useless. That's the truth. If you are already in the degree, pursue it to the end. If you are not, it should not be a do or die.
Okay.
Let's say there is no means to enter university. It's no way you do, I won't make it because I didn't go to university. There are many world shakers today who didn't go to university. How many degrees does Dangote have? But today in Nigeria, in Nigeria's economy, we move Dangote. So that's the thing, So it doesn't remove the need for degrees. If you're already in it, pursue it and do well in it. If there is no means, there are other unconventional ways of getting yourself established.
Alright, thank you so much for the answer to that question, sir. So the next question is, I am interested in pursuing a fully funded scholarship outside the country, like a graduate, let's say master's outside. What's the guaranteed step to go about this?
Alright, firstly, I can say there's no guarantee step, but there are steps. No step is actually guaranteed.
Okay.
First thing is, know what you want and begin to search for it. He that searches finds. There must be a search and the devoted, committed, conscientious search for it. Firstly, the program. Secondly, the funding. You have some, you need the admission first to use to apply for the funding. Of course, if you get the funding without a program, of course, what need? So the first thing to look for is the school that has the program you want to go for, and then getting the admission. Use the admission to now look for grant, look for funding. There are some schools that are, for females, there are many openings for female scientists, for female engineers. They just need to look for it. And they have the prerequisite of the first degree. So I think the first thing, know what you want, have the links, the web addresses, and then look first, search for the admission, get it, and then move on to getting the funding. It's not on a plot of gold. It's not something like a piece of cake. But as long as people have done it before, they got it, that means there's every possibility that if you look for it, you can also get it. Also, if you have the mind that you need your actualization will flow from there. In some other cases, you may not get funded. But your doggedness, your resilience will make you go for it at all costs. I'm a story of that. I got my admission to go and study. I think was not December 2010. I got the admission to go and study. I applied for funding in Nigeria. No way. Politics put me out. I don't know. I didn't get. I had to wait until August 2021 before I eventually went. Tried to get some money myself to do that course because I didn't get funding. I didn't allow the lack of funding to scuttle my dream. So I went for it. And so got so good. Because from admission, when you are doing admission, most of the foreign schools, you have a year. You have a year grace to register. So I got admission in December. I went to register. I resumed in August of the other year. So about 4 months more for it to be invalid. But I went. So meaning that the lack of fund should not be something that will hinder, put spanner in the works of your desire.
Alright, sir. Thank you, sir. The next question says, I'm in my final lab this semester. And the person is thinking, okay, once I'm done with school, how will I cope? What are the things to do? The person is like, can't help but think. And I feel this thing is like a question that is fearing most graduates of today.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, if you have been pre-prepared, you not get to another level and be afraid. Like Beatrice, allow me, I cannot be scared.
Ha.
Cannot be scared because she has been prepared. Really, sincerely yours. If you have been prepared, you cannot be afraid of life after now. There are some that will not be. Some are not prepared, yet they are not afraid. Because parents are there. So they have nothing to fear. The parents are just come home. Maybe they just come and stay at home. The parents are there. The money is there for the parents. Understand? But there's some, they practically sponsor themselves through school. Understand? I have a student who graduated from electrical engineering. He currently makes donuts. Makes small jobs himself. He used that to sponsor himself. That's just it. He will do it, will carry it to his class, to sell to his mates. Today he's still there. He didn't go for service because he was past the age. But today he's there. So he was already prepared. He knew that was what he would do. So a lot of graduates, because they will not actually prepared. Some of them peer group pressure. They join their colleagues. They join their groups. Peer group pressure. Some believe in fraud also. And that fraud will end one day.
Yeah.
So there will no future after that. So there are a lot of things. Being prepared, learn as much as possible. But if you are nearing graduation, it may be too late now to begin to acquire skill before graduation. Stepping out, you have to now weather the storm that will come to you a few months after graduation. There's no remedy. Since you are not prepared, you have to face the emergencies that will first come upon you after graduation. If your parents do not have the means. When I graduated, my parents did not have any means. I didn't come back home. I didn't go back home after service. After graduation, I used to spend months before we were service. That was in 1999. After service, I stayed back in Lagos. I started in Anambra State. Coming back from Anambra, I stayed back in Lagos to do what? What was I coming home to do? Because I knew there was nothing at home. I stayed back. I just had to stay back. And struggle started. Because I wasn't prepared. I wasn't truly prepared prior to graduation. I had to struggle a few months after graduation. All the things picked up. So to prevent that kind of too long time struggle, get prepared. Get prepared. So if you are not prepared, if it's too late to prepare, face the issues. So just a few words. If you are hardworking and you are resilient, of course, they are going to make it eventually.
Alright, the next question is a bit lengthy, so I will read from here. It says, good day, sir. I have a few questions. In writing a book about something extremely personal, I have taken steps to try and identify how much I'm willing to share. But how do I know that I'm not lying to myself about what will hurt me or come back to me? For context, I'll give an example. I did something that I would not normally do, but I'm confused. But I confused myself, but that when I look back, I won't be regretful and I would be fine. I was for a few months, but later on, it was a source of regret. Now, I really want to write this book and publish. Like, the person wants people to know about it. Like, my next question is, how do I become appropriately suspicious of people? I tend to take every little flicker burden into a mental note, making me overly distrusting. I tend to see even minute things that may or may not be there. I do not want to get rid of that, but I want to know when to cut it to proper amount.
This is a very personal question.
Yeah, a lot
I
personal.
think firstly, you need to actually deal with suspicion about yourself. You need to first trust yourself. About the book going to publish. You need to first trust yourself. Because the more you distrust yourself, you are shortcutting your growth as a person. Because you need to believe more in yourself. This is what I can achieve. Because without that, you can't actually go out, you can't do much for yourself. Let alone trying to help people with your experience. They are going straight to you're publishing that you don't want people to. Well, I'll just say this. Go ahead and publish what you want to publish. There are people waiting there to learn from your experiences. Don't say because the thing will come back to haunt you. You now hinder those that are meant to learn from you. Some lives are attached to that answer from that particular book. If they don't get the answer, you are not healed, they are not healed. It's better you should publish it. Let them benefit. Even by publishing it, it will help you to guard yourself. It's already in the public domain. People know about it. I should be careful. You know something you want somebody about, you be careful on repeating the same.
Yeah.
Something just within you, I told him, talk less. Talk less. And I see myself outside. Like broadcaster. So you're going here. And I see her coming. Person I do talk less yesterday. Sees me talking everything today. So by the time you tell people don't, you be careful of you do. So I just advise, go ahead, publish what you want to publish. If you are so convinced you are publishing it, don't score through the dream because of what you might feel after publishing it. Go ahead and publish. Let people learn from it. Let people gain from you. And then train yourself. The other thing I will just add, practically, get an accountability partner. Someone you can talk to. Someone you can pour your heart to. This is what I'm going through. This is what I've written the book. This is what I'm feeling. I don't want to be taking, just like if any issue, you blow it up. Every minute thing you see it as there's a problem, there's a problem. You read meaning to everything that happens. Those some people that be so much in demonic attack. If a cockroach is flying, they believe cockroach should not fly. But what does he have wings for? Cockroaches are meant to fly. But because they feel cockroach just crawl, once it flies,
there's a walla. Yes.
Spirits. So, or they see a black cat with shiny eyes. That's the normal color of that cat, for goodness sake. They believe cat devil takes care. Who says devil cannot take over elephant? but cats, innocent cats, I've been in countries where they sleep with their cats. When cats give birth, they take care of those pussies. They take care of them like their babies. They take picture of them and post it. Just a take care. But in this part of the world, cats are problems. So guy, you need to be careful. Don't be suspicious of everything around you. Be free. I've met colleagues who are always suspicious of their colleagues. Whenever they see their colleague gather, they are talking about them. When you are saying anything, it's because of them. Suspicion will not make you live well and live full. Because you feel everything is against you. But if you are sleeping and somebody else is not sleeping, no one is looking at you like this. He may not be looking at you, but your eyes are just on the person. They're thinking about me. It's me they're talking about. Please be free. Free your mind. Free yourself and free your life.
Also, I would like to say that the person should be healed. If you feel like you cannot write the story yet, make sure you are healed first before you write or publish. In case people might say some hurtful things about you, knowing that you wrote the book. So once you are healed, you will not feel any regrets or anything like that. And also, as Oga said, have an accountability partner, have a mentor that you can tell, this is what I want to do. So I want to do it. Is it the right time for me to do it? And there's a God factor, so you can ask God, I know I'm already healed. God, is it the right time for me to do it? So thank you so much. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
The last question here says, I don't know what to do after school. And the person wants to go into Navy or Air Force, but doesn't have much knowledge about them.
Well, this one very short. There's no problem. You already have a goal in mind. Focus on it. Concentrate your energy on it. Get as much materials, as much information about Navy. If possible, Navy, Air Force, if possible, go to their base.
Thank you.
That you just want to learn. Or if you apply to a school where they learn, there's Air Force school. Even if possible, if you can get, maybe prior to NYSC, if you can get a placement in Air Force secondary school, wherever you are posted, anything revolving around that Navy, Air Force should actually interest you. Go for it. Get as much info as possible in it. And then don't be distracted. Hey, so people, once you have a goal, any negative report on that goal scuttles their plans.
Yes.
Hey, plane crash. I don't think I can do Navy again. There will always be plane crashes. There have always been plane crashes.
Yeah.
And air travelers have never reduced. They'll be having stillbirths. You'll be having women dying in here during childbirth as pregnancy reduces.
No. That's
So definitely, there's only you don't look at the dark side of things to determine the future. If you cannot see the bright side of things, it's only the dark side you see. At least I advise, get polish, shine the dark side.
Make it bright.
Make it bright yourself.
Make it bright yourself. Thank you.
Because when I was a little bit younger, I used to be scared. You know all these movies that there'll be a shipwreck or something. So I'll be like, I can never travel on water because I don't want to.
I don't want to drown.
I don't want to drown. So polish the dark side, make it brighter. Don't be so indulge in negativity. Always look at the positive side of things. All right, so we have come to the end of today's show, end of today's program. So, sir, what will you like to advise? What other advice do you have for us as a closing
if you try to trash the questions available at this time, I will just advise there's no limit to what you can achieve. The only limit you can put on what you can achieve is yourself.
Okay.
So remove every limit. Remove every limit, and there will not be limit to where you can get to. Thank you. See you in our next session.
Bye.